I just got the notification. I just got the notification that Howdy Live or Howdy Radio Next Generation's live.
Howdy live. Oh yeah, me too. Hell yeah. No, it's a pretty sweet image there. That's the OBS in a endless window. Okay. Hopefully my internet isn't a pile of crap. Oh, that's good.
Definitely a plus. Definitely a plus.
Good.
And we're just gonna, Scott, you're just gonna rip the audio from YouTube. Are you going to be our producer once
Sure.
again? All
Sure,
right,
why not?
that's good.
It's the best we've ever done, I think. Okay. You want me to intro it? Okay. Hopefully my internet doesn't cut out while I'm doing it. Hopefully I remember what I'm doing. All right. You guys. Oh my god, you guys keep freezing on me. It's gonna throw me off. Okay, whatever. I could give it a shot. You want me to? Alright, be
We'll
right back.
we'll be we'll be waiting. Just the two of us. Woohoo! Got a nice visual of his bathroom sink there, so that's nice. Maybe only the second best for. Yeah, you should be able to. Like with mine, mine's always because my mixer runs through a USB codec thing into the thing, so I always have to choose the line in or whatever the USB codec is what I always have to choose for both. So um, I think the quality thing because it would be a lot of editing, it might be a little bit better. What you don't run into if we each recorded ourselves, um, the the best outcome that you get with that is you don't run into if you step over each other, you won't get there. The thing. So we can be cognizant. We can try it out for this first episode and then see if we want to how well we can put together the audio and post if we record our separate tracks and then kind of do a comparison and see. Oh, now Scott's officially gone. This is actually the not the exact date, but the 3 year
I need the
anniversary of the Switch rant. Because I remember that was when we had because tonight's daylight's savings time, and I remember we went to like 3 that night, and it was actually 4 because so we're gonna no, we're gonna avoid that at all costs tonight. Right, right. So we want to finish before the time springs forward. That's our goal. I don't know if we ever got into our Twitter account, so I guess you could just send to Howdy Inc. tweet if you want.
Thank you.
Yeah, there we go.
All right, I think I'm ready now. Fucking around with some stuff.
All right, just give me 1 second.
Oh.
All right, I'm ready whenever.
Okey-dokey. Speaking of which,
I already mentioned it to him.
I'll uh, I'll allow it. Okay, give me 1 minute. Okay. Wait. Oh, I gotta fuck with my settings again. Hold on. Why does it sound so fucked up?
You sound good on my end.
Okay. Well, I don't know. Oh, it's probably because I was trying to pair something. Hmm. Whoop whoop.
Whoopity whoop and poopity scoop.
Poopity scoop. All right. He's coming back. Where'd that go? He's coming back. Why can't I hear anything now? What the fuck?
Can't hear us now?
I can't hear
Okay.
anything now. What the fuck? God damn it.
Solid, solid PC troubleshooting right there. 101.
Is there something else that's taking the audio? I don't know. I can't fucking hear anything now.
Scott's gonna rage quit. That's a good idea though. The second screen. I just pulled up my. I hope I didn't lose too much quality in my video. I pulled up my browser just in case anybody chats anything. To be cognizant of that. The from OBS are you able to see like a time or time counter anywhere. I mean, I know if I hover over the window on YouTube, I can I don't know, it doesn't give you a time.
I don't get it. I'm gonna. Can I hear anything else? Let me just test hearing other shit, I guess. Okay, I can hear Spotify. Can you hear me at least?
Yeah, we can
What
hear
the
you.
fuck is going on?
And make sure his
Nothing.
settings still
I'm
say
gonna leave the
the
call and come
Bluetooth
back in.
headphones. I'm assuming for Bluetooth. Oh, hello.
Yep.
Weird.
Don't know. Ugh.
Where I was going with the time thing, Brandon, is if we decide to clip out anything and get real fancy with it, just so we have an idea of where in the show. Whatever. Should we look pretty?
Thank God. Let's do it. As long as this works. All right. Give it a shot.
Yes.
All right. Moment of silence, brothers. Hey, hey, hey. Welcome back to what is this? I think this is the Unknown Podcast. Yeah, yeah, I think we're going with that. Season 2.
Long overdue
Shit.
season 2.
Haven't done this in a year. We killed it a year ago. And we're back.
It's been a
Yeah.
year.
It's been almost a year since we did that other show that's also gone. Anyway, I am one of your hosts, Scott. You may remember me from season 1 with all your greatest hits there. And I'm also joined by Mr. Smoothie Smoothington,
It's
aka
your
Smoothie.
cut me off. It's your
Oh.
boy Smoothie, but of course, of
Really
course.
bad at intros now.
All good.
And of course, the one other smooth juggalo, Brandon. What's up, Brandon?
What up?
All right. All right. And now we have to, before we get into the dirt, take you guys got shots, I assume.
We do got shots. They're still here. You're
Very
still not
good.
drinking.
I'm still not
It's all good.
drinking. Y- Hell yeah.
I won't have a shot glass again,
Classic
but
unknown podcast shit. All
I
right,
have
take your
some
shots.
Fireball here.
Go for it. Glug glug.
I did have one, and it broke or something. I don't know. It disappeared. So I've been to the dollar store to
You,
get a new one.
you got to get one. You got to get an ICP one. You need one. ICP shot glass. Yeah.
I should.
Yeah.
I should get one.
I
I
guess
should.
if anyone ever gets you for a secret Santa, then they should get, this is a hint. Whoever gets you, get him ICP shot glass. If you're listening. And you get anyway. I know, really. Damn.
That
Look,
looks
the
a
logo looks like it. Yeah. So besides Fireball, what all y'all drinking on? Fruity
I
Nugget.
Fruity
All
Nugget.
right.
I got a Voodoo Ranger Juicy
Nice.
IPA.
You both got that juicy ICP IPA.
And
Nice. Crack it open. There it is. That thing's probably lukewarm by now, as long as it took us to set up. I have the remnants of an iced tea in this cup, and I think some water in one of my cups over there too. I've got like 3 cups on my desk. Not enough. I drink more coffee than water, and it's probably why I had a terrible headache today.
I have intentions of every day of filling this at least 10 or 12 times and about
With,
twice
with water or urine
with water.
or
That would be
jizz.
for
Water. You got that Pennsylvanian water. Oh, I fill mine. I have a 32 ouncer. I try to. I forget because apparently I'm. Yeah, it's good.
now, Scott. You
Nice.
you as we can see, you're not drinking. You haven't been. I
Yep.
forget. Was this Did this start in at the end of the Unknown podcast? The
Kinda. We
first time?
hadn't
Was
done
it
a.
season
We
one?
hadn't. Yeah, the season 1. Yeah, this is season 2. We're really changing it up. Kind of. Yeah. I don't think we had done a podcast for a while, and it was like one of the last ones that we were doing where I kind of just said, yeah, I haven't been drinking since whatever September of 2019. I think it was right after Labor Day that I stopped. It was, or it was Labor Day because it was like the Sunday before, where I drank a lot of whiskey and beer, and I did not like the next day. And I was like, "Fuck it, I'm not drinking again," and I haven't.
That's good.
Oh, yeah. I've said it enough, and I was just like, "Maybe I should actually do it this time."
Yeah. Well, cheers to that.
Cheers. Get crunk, motherfuckers.
No,
So,
that's
we
awesome.
were going to Oh, yeah. Yeah, no. No, we're not doing that.
No epic smoothie rant
Not enough
tonight.
Fireball for that tonight. Oh, yeah. Mhm.
So
Didn't think of
maybe not.
that, did we? Shit.
So it's maybe not the exact day of the rant, but it's this time frame somewhere around
Same
here.
time frame, same dumbass mistake that we made to do a late ass podcast.
So much
Yeah.
for my ranting about this thing.
Yeah, there it is in your hands, covered in shit particles because you only play it on the toilet.
That's right.
No,
Coming
there's
soon, mindsmoothie.com. Pre-order today.
pre-order today. You definitely need to.
Well, I mean, y you know what I'm doing on you know what's going on in that picture. You didn't explicitly say what was going on. Maybe you did, I don't know.
You're gonna get sued until you nice. Hell yeah.
And
Hopefully she thinks he's just sitting down.
immediately got the notification that she's no longer following Howdy Andy.
You've been banned for life from her house. All from one crude drawing of Smoothie sitting on the toilet. The mind of Smoothie is just wandering in that picture.
Yeah, it's wandering,
To
alright.
So, yeah.
Um, I hadn't no, I've been back there since then. I got caught up playing. I'm still conscious, or maybe consciously isn't the right word. I'm still trying to play through the Zelda games to celebrate the Zelda 35th. I am stuck on A Link to the Past. That's the Super
Is that the
Nintendo
Game
one?
Boy one?
No, no, Super Nintendo
No,
one.
you're right, Link to the Past. Yes.
And
Those games are hard.
I that one's a challenge because I'm not too familiar with that one at all. I played it on the Wii U a little bit, and I probably got
Mhm.
to the same part and then gave up. Um, I I'm in the dark world now,
Oh,
and that's
yeah.
not fun.
That's about as far as I've ever gotten in those games too, in Link to the Past.
It's very confusing because I think what was that, Brandon? Oh, I plan on it. So I've been playing that, bouncing between that and Bowser's or Super Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury.
Nice, which is
And also
awesome.
Apex Legends. I finally cleared up space just to try it, and I realized that I don't like those types of games. I'm not a
I heard
fan
it
of.
doesn't play well on the Switch either,
Uh, I didn't have
you
any
know?
problems with the play style. It seemed okay. Um, I'm just not a. It was like our squad came in second today in the one match I was playing, but I ran around for 17 minutes.
Yeah.
That 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 was it.
Yeah,
I
it's
didn't
battle
shoot at
royale for
anybody.
you.
Like I don't know why they have to make them so expansive in the whole ring. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. I always end up getting burned to death because I'm not staying in the right spot. I don't get it, and I just wish they would make. I don't see why you can't have a similar type of battle royale game, and on a smaller. Like why it
Yep.
has to be so immersive. That's it.
Well,
Battle royale rant done.
I'm about with you with them. The only one that I actually enjoyed was actually the Warzone in, the Call of Duties. That's the only one I've actually stuck with for I mean, I still haven't played it in, like, a year, but That was the only one I really stuck with longer
Yeah,
than the others.
still can
Apex
never.
Legends was pretty okay. We played it on the PlayStation when it launched, what, 2 years ago? But I haven't touched it since then, so
It's cool. It's cool
yeah,
to see a game like that. That's not Fortnite, but Apex Legends come to the Switch.
yeah,
It's just fun to be able to play those games portably on the toilet.
taking a dump,
You
running
got
around a map forever.
you got it.
Gonna give yourself hemorrhoids.
Mhm. One day.
Do you use guides like Google anything for the Zelda games? Because I've had to for Link's Awakening. There's just so much stuff that I don't think anyone would ever think of without looking it up.
The first game, the very first one, I never have. Um, I beat that like 3 times now. The
Hmm.
Legend of Zelda, but I pretty much have that down. Like I know where all the things are, so I can run through that. The second one, which was a pain in the butt, fun game, just a very different Zelda experience. I don't think there's ever been another Zelda experience like that. Um, right at the end, I had to use a map and kind of a guide and a save state. I was trying to play through these as close to the original as possible, so I wasn't using the save state feature that you can use on the Switch. I was just playing it as if I died and had to start over. But
Hmm.
as part of Zelda 2, you have to go. If you die, you start all the way over until you get to the final temple or palace or whatever they're called in the game. And to get to that, it's a pain in the butt. So once I got to it, I save stated it and just played from there. If I died, I restarted the thing. But once you get to that palace, you can continue and start there if you die. But once you turn off the
Hmm.
game, you're starting back at the beginning. So I had to for a little bit for that, and not so much yet for A Link to the Past. But I foresee it with this. Just
Yeah.
I want to play it. I want to get the story. Um, but it's however many years, 92, 93. It's over
Oh
30
yeah.
years old. So so I'm not
Oh yeah.
going to stress out about having to look at a game.
No, if you want to play more of them within your lifetime, it's better you just get through the damn game, in my opinion.
That's what I'm trying to do.
I play shit on easy mode and look up shit all the time now. I have no gamer cred anymore. I don't care.
See,
Too
I
old for
still
this shit.
I still struggle with that on like the Xbox and the PlayStation because of the trophies and achievements. Like,
Yeah, I
I mean,
hear you there.
I'll look up stuff, but I'd rather not jump into a game just to. I mean, I hate myself for doing it, but I'll start on typically the highest one because I don't want to have to play back through to get that thing again. I want to get as much.
I'm Yeah, yeah. I've never
Zero.
beaten Halo on Legendary. I've played Halo for 20 years and I've never beaten a single one of them on Legendary, and I
Yeah, I
never
don't
plan
think I.
to because they fucking too hard. I've been trying to pull you back in. It's so fun. It's
No,
like
you know
the
what we
only
need
thing
to
I've been really clamoring for us to keep playing is more Halo.
well, but you know what we need.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Before we bring that up, we need to talk about your championship because
My champion shit.
I
Yeah.
fell asleep during your championship run or before your
Okay.
championship.
You keep
Um,
saying that. But we even talked about it the day before, and we were even talking about it hours before, and you just ignored it. I think we started at like 6 o'clock.
and I was sleeping. But you have to. I'm coming for that title, that the crown.
Come for it.
Uh,
Anyway. Yep. Sure. Everyone. Yeah. This one's for all the marbles, yeah. And then I just wipe the floor with you guys.
And I'm assuming you were doing like free for all, correct?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I made
No. Well, I think so. Um, I'm not saying I'm the greatest Call of Duty player, but Dave's seen me play. He's been on in matches with me and seen me dominate some stuff. So when I need to, I can, and I'm sure I could there. And yeah, I would like to jump in that same type of match with Scott, with whoever else was playing, and see how it ends.
yeah, we
Right,
should
and then
definitely do that.
then
But
we can
then we
definitely
need to
meet.
have something that we're all on, level playing ground as far as skill goes. Like Rocket League, I have 0. Or,
Well,
trying to think what else we could do, but maybe like a fighting game almost maybe would work. I Hell yeah. Certainly is. It's a gift from the Lord, uh, Mr. Xbox. Yep. That's enough right there. That and all the Halo and you're good. I was actually just playing Skyrim right before we started. The new the oh wait, they don't have the 2016, it's the original one, right? Hell yeah. I need to play
wait,
those, the old
they
ones.
don't have the 2016 one on.
No, but they have Doom Eternal, the
That doesn't make
newest
sense.
one.
Why would they not?
They had Doom on there before, but now they are Doom 2016, then it went away, but
But
it's
I thought they
back
re-put
there
it
for
back
this one. I
out.
don't know why. I would think they would too, but they didn't. I don't know. Same with the second Wolfenstein, but yeah, it's a lot of good stuff. Yeah. Yep, yep. Yeah. A lot of
I
people swear by New Vegas.
I I never got to and it was only a couple of years ago that I finished Fallout 3, and
Mhm.
I was playing New Vegas and was cruising along. But for whatever reason, it was before Game Pass, I guess, or I don't know why. I was playing it with on the disc base and the load or this my save game. I went to load it the one time and it just kept spinning through. It does like the cutscene type thing while it's loading.
Yeah.
It would never load, and then
Hmm.
finally load it. I downloaded it when it was on Game Pass. It's on Game Pass now, and I have no idea what's even going on. So it's kind of like I have to go back and start
Yeah,
over.
you have to with those because there's so many threads that you're unraveling as you're playing it, so if you don't start over, you're just like, "Okay, what am I doing again?" And why? I mean, most missions are go to this location, kill everyone, and bring it back, bring some object back. But
No,
still,
they're
you
good
want to know
games.
the story. Yeah, love them.
I definitely like. I mean, I don't know with the whole Microsoft acquisition of Bethesda, but I would definitely like to see the early Fallout's on the Switch. That'd be nice to see them ported over.
On the Switch?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. There's so
yeah.
many
Oh, yeah.
games that I would like to see ported over. That
Yeah,
can, like, I would love to see it's not happening, I don't think anyway, but I would love to see the Mass Effect, not even the
that would be
remasters, but
great.
the original, like, whole when they redid it with all 3 of the games together a few years back for the 360. I'd love to see those ones come over
Yeah.
to the Switch as well. But one game I'm
Seem
definitely looking forward to is that Turtles game.
Oh,
It's on the Switch, but
yes.
just in general, that definitely looks sweet.
Oh, yeah. That I definitely agree with that, but I also I kinda like the look of it too, like, those are the games that I loved. I wish there was 2 different like, they hand drew some of it and, like, I mean, in Streets of Rage 4, you can unlock, like, pixel dudes, so that'd be cool if you could do both, but, I mean, it just was announced, maybe there is more that we don't know about.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
definitely think I mean, I don't know why they would be crapping on it for using the older style of graphics or drawings,
gamers on the internet.
but it's definitely it would be it's smart of them to use that because right now, obviously, retro is big. So yes, I know
Yeah,
Streets of Rage has been around for years, but of course, I don't with a property like the Turtles versus Streets of Rage, I think you would want to go more with the retro, especially based off the arcade one up release of the original
mhm.
game. So it makes sense.
Oh, yeah. It's a very good version. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
good time. We have
Yeah. I'm thinking it's gonna be a summer release. I hope. Yeah, me too. I hate that stuff. Let's announce something.
I was just going to say that I have heard stuff about. I follow them on Twitter, um, and different places. But they did release the Steam version has been released. So for
Is
whatever
it a
reason,
full
they
release
there's
or early access?
no, it's the full
Oh,
release.
okay.
They're still working on some bugs with the um, console releases, but they did release the stream or the Steam release last week.
What's
That
it called?
Retromania Wrestling, right? Yeah. So I don't know, Scott, if you're familiar with the uh, WrestleFest. Was that the
Never
one
heard of.
that's based on? It was an arcade game back in the '90s. It's pretty much using the
Kinda.
same. It's the spiritual successor to that. So it
Mhm.
has a lot of
Oh,
different
yeah.
wrestlers and everything. So it's they no,
Just the
I
end
mean
of
I
February, it looks like.
yeah
So not that
it
long
was
ago.
all of them were supposed to come out on I think it's only like
30.
25 or 30, which is
29.99.
which isn't bad. It's
Yeah. Nice.
the it's the company is actually located close to me. It's like in Collegeville, I think.
Oh, cool.
It's half of mine to just drive down there and be like, oh, let me get an early release or something. I have not.
It's
But do you have something there, Scott?
very positive. Just saying it's very positive reviews. I don't see a lot of thumbs down, so, yeah, just everyone seems to be enjoying it.
I think because they're taking their time with it, it's gonna be people are more forgiving that it's there. I know I did see people last week, 'cause they were, of course, internet gamers and,
Yeah.
upset that it wasn't available on their console of choice last week. Um, but I think because they have the backing of, like Nick Aldis, you know, and various other wrestlers, it's kind of a good tide over. I'm waiting until hopefully the AEW game whenever that does come out. What I'm curious to try is I don't know if you've watched anything on this B, and it's on. I don't know if it's on Steam or anywhere else, but I know it's on the Switch. The Empire Wrestling. Did you see any? No, you're right. You wrestle. It's kind of over the top. It's you can kind of there's not. It's kind of like Fire Pro in a way. Uh, I haven't bought it yet. I'm just going by videos I saw, but you can like the characters. They're not the licensed characters. Their names goofy, but you can clearly tell it's like Kane. It might be like green and black. It's not red and black, and he might be like Carl or something. Which you can go in and edit it and everything, but you have the ability. And I'm sure if you go out there and search, there's people who made the characters, and you just kind of have to customize them to your liking. But it's kind of over the top, but it's for what it is. It's a neat wrestling game that to try. I guess I'd check it out if you some videos on it. I think
Hmm.
it's only $20 too, so it's not bank breaking. Yeah. Well, kind of.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, we checked
Namaste.
that off the outline. Uh,
Yep. Sure. And probably not a shooter then after that. So we'll have a discussion about that. We were talking about Rocket League. That probably I don't know how that works as far as multiple people playing, not being on a team. Like I don't know how if you could do like a free for all with a bunch of goals all around the map or not. I don't know. I played Rocket League like twice. Yeah, like 1v1. Okay. Sure. All right. Yeah, we'll see. We
what
can
about
try that or we could race
I was gonna say, what about
something.
Mario Kart? Did we can play Mario Kart? We can do a custom, right? We can do it
I'll have
just
to
us,
buy
right?
it.
Oh, well, well, well.
I don't have it. I don't have it, so I'll just buy it, but that's fine. I was debating on buying it anyway. So at some point, like, yeah, yeah, fuck it, I'll buy it, and then I'll play it with you guys once, and that'll be the end of it,
It's worth it.
as
It's a fun
usual.
game.
Yeah, I know.
It's definitely
I'll play with the kids and listen to them bitch. Nice,
and that was just a
nice.
thought. Or what are the
I'm good with Mario Kart.
but there's the online for even Super Mario 3D World. There's the not the the co-op play, but I think there's little goal games in there. Yeah, yeah, I think
Oh, okay.
the
I have
coin
no
rush
idea.
and stuff. Like you collect coins and do stuff in a certain amount of time. It's just fun that I don't
All
have
right.
to leave the toilet to play. It's great.
Of course, that's the only goal in life. Yeah. Bring your phone. Bring your phone and headphones and, bring your you might wanna get, like, a padded seat to sit on or something so you don't just, like, have hemorrhoids blasting out of your asshole.
Well, you know what? I'll combine that into my howdy size routine. I'll just actually hover above. I'll work the quads
Oh,
and
wow. You're
maintain a
gonna have some
squat
giant
position
ass
while I
legs by the
play,
end of this.
get a workout in, multitasking in the bathroom. That's what it's all about.
Yeah. I haven't, but I've thought about it too.
It sounds. I was listening
Does
to
sound good.
Steve O's podcast with he was talking about. I mean, the one where he was with talking about Violent J, but one of his ads was for I forget what the name of the company was, but it sounds awesome, and it connects right to your current, your toilet right on there. So it's like I could definitely.
Spray
Oh,
that right up there.
definitely. It
Yeah.
makes sense. I don't. Yeah,
Yeah.
good times.
Yep, yep.
Good times.
Nice.
But
So speaking of howdy size, we wanna talk about what we've been doing in our little Discord as well. Everyone wanna know the insights of our lives through Discord. Um, no, Smoothie gave up after
I'm doing my own thing. I'm doing.
whatever. That's not howdy sizing. Your own
You
thing
guys
is
have
not the same.
too much stuff going on in one day for me. You want it all
No.
recorded
Oh
and
my god.
documented.
I had to listen to an album. Yeah, especially this month. It's all just like I've done it all in like a minute and a half.
I just run my 7-8 miles, my 6-7 miles, and skateboard. That's my
Yeah,
stuff.
you've been shredding, you've been howdy sizing. So anyway, what we've been doing since the beginning of the year is we've had these 30-day challenges for the first month we had one that was push-ups. Last month we did sit-ups, crunches and squats, which we all unanimously said fuck this. I the sit-ups are fine. Crunches not so much, and squats can eat my shit. Yeah, they were brutal. No, and 100 squats. Shit.
Yeah, I'm glad I tapped out for that. There is always that. There is always that. I know what. Nah, I should be doing mountain climbers. Honestly, I know what dips are, but they're another thing like push-ups. I'm not very good at. Ooh, never was. So that's why I opted out of this one. I'm more of a runner type person. Like even that's true. I'll just stick with my running, my skateboarding. But that's fine.
I've been
Well, I'll
I've
have
been doing both.
when I find something in Halley size again that I can relate to, like a
Oh,
running
so it's
one.
all gotta cater just to you, huh? Is that
You
what
don't have
I'm
to cater
hearing?
to me. You don't have to cater to me. I will graciously bow out and watch you guys and cheer you on with my banner and my beer and my running and everything. But that,
Mhm.
That's why.
I did
Well, that's
find
why I
one that
suggested.
wasn't bad.
Well, I said that's why I suggested the steps one, like
Then we'd have
more
to
of a.
do a daily check-in because I feel like if we didn't, everyone would just kind of fall off.
You do, and I think there could be but like I mentioned in the Discord, you're going to,
I
even if you miss a day, yes, there should be a, well, I messed up, but that's why if you do a total of the week, but do it long for a longer period, like that was my thought. Maybe even like the whole summer, like kind of
mm,
like start at the beginning of the summer and the end. Maybe throw like $10 into a pot and have the Howdy Size champion.
I would assume.
You can get a cheap like little pedometer or whatever that you can just kind of clip on your thing, and however accurate they are. I don't know, or even get like a cheap watch or whatever, maybe even used, look and see. Um, I know I have the Fitbit and everything, and they do have like you can set up challenges through that and everything, but I'm sure you can do something other than that. But none of them are 100% accurate. Um, but it's just it's
The fuck is going on?
it's definitely terrible for running in general at first, but like I've started to listen to podcasts now, and that's actually I used to never. Yeah, I used to never be one to listen to music or anything when I ran. I always had to have it quiet, especially since when I initially was running, I was more, and I'm still doing it now when listening to music, but I was early in the morning, so I probably shouldn't have had I should have been able to, hear my surroundings. Since I don't get the fancy running stuff, I'll run in black, and it'll be dark and just be cognizant of cars coming. But then I graduated to music, and then now that I've been running an afternoon podcast or a nice long one, is it completely distracts me, and I'm good and chuckling along if it's a funny one or whatever.
Mhm.
So that's
I just listen to music. I used to listen to podcasts, but then it helps to have something that kind of can keep both a rhythm and a little bit of adrenaline moving. I try to listen to like faster music. My ping is going up again. There we go. My ping keeps randomly skyrocketing and disconnecting me, so that's why I may be silent here and there.
all good.
I don't know what the fuck's going on with my internet,
We got you.
but yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's it's been more than twice.
Thanks
I
for
feel it. Maybe it has.
thanks for pulling back the curtain,
Um,
Scott. We were
I'm
we were looking like
trying.
real pros there.
Yeah, good. Well, sorry. I mean, it's only been that time. I just said it right now. That's it.
It's all good.
Yeah. That's all it'll ever be when we do this.
They need to be addressed. They need to be addressed.
Well, at least we're doing it because that's part of the reason why we decided to do the Unknown podcast again, is because we can't seem to get any. I mean, this year we've actually got shit together for once. I feel like. Dun dun dun. The next topic. There we go again.
Yeah. Even like Scott's not a wrestling fan, but even with the wrestling, we're doing that. You're doing that deep dive show after. No, I won't join you last week because I fell asleep, so and didn't watch it. So when I can stay awake for the full episode, and I will gladly jump in and fill there. But that's, I mean, the Dad Skate Squad's awesome because that's another thing we've done. Well, at least I've stepped up.
No.
No, I think that's great, and like I was saying, I mean, you've been skating for since last year or whatever, obviously, but you kind of motivated Scott and myself, I think, to get boards, and I'm the newest of
Yeah.
the skaters here, but it's been fun trying to figure this all out at the old age that I'm at, and
Mhm. Nope.
nope.
I always wanted to and never did.
I had
Now I'm doing it as a 33-year-old and damn
I'm
near killing myself. Oh, nice.
I think it's a prime time to pick it up, and especially with like COVID and everything. And I was just thinking about this today. It's like I wish I would have thought about this, and not that the thought wasn't there, but I wish I would have thought times because you had a lot of places shut down, a lot of parking lots that were just open for the you could just freely go and skate around if as nothing would be in your way. But it's still awesome getting out there, and like I said, I'm glad it's starting to get nice. Now I didn't get to go out today like I wanted to, but I like yesterday I ran to Walmart and I brought my board with me, and then I went to the local elementary school because they have a nice little parking lot that's open. And it's kind of picked up as video clip I had. There's like some speed, so just getting used to that whole picking up the the first couple times, and like I posted that little clip. It's like frightening because it's like I don't know how to stop. It's you'd think it's easy enough just to take your foot off and drag it. It's not. Doing that. It's not easy to push your board back and stop. With the tail.
I'm gonna have to get out
Um,
of here, I think.
what's that? The but the turning, picking up the turning and everything, that was what was key. I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna learn to turn here, so I don't have to crash or burn." So and that's why it it definitely I mean, I still haven't been able to successfully do it with moving, but, like, it's yesterday when I first went, I just found myself coming to the end because it's surrounded by grass, and I knew I was gonna come off of it, and so I jump off the board at the last second. But then that's when I was like, "Oh, let me work on the turning." I was like, "Okay, I'm picking up the speed, but look at that, I successfully turned and
Mhm.
slowed myself down and didn't die." So just getting that, just getting comfortable enough on the board and confident enough to know that I'm not going to
Yeah.
kill myself.
Yeah. Fucking skater.
Now, Scott, you had said you were going out last night. Did you go out today? Did you get a chance to go out this morning or today at all? Scott's not with us right now. It's okay. We'll come back to that. But like I said, I didn't get out there today. Hoping tomorrow I can get out there a little bit. Well, it's funny. Last because I did. That's how I ended up. I think last Sunday I ended up at the school parking lot too. Um, but I was inspired by I was sitting there waiting for Holly to come out of church in the car, and I was like pretty far back from the doors. But one of the kids, he was probably like 7 or 8. He ran to his car and got a skateboard, and he's just carefree, jumping off like the ramps. And I was like, because the parking lot of our church is there's spaces that you can easily plant a wheel in there and get no cares. I was like, why is it so easy for? I mean, I know they're smaller and they don't have a care in the world, and we know more, but it's like, wow, I'm just impressed. He ran, got it, and was doing what he was needed to do. You know, and that's true. That's true. That's why I got to be cognizant and at least protect my wrist because so I spend most of my day on the thing. And if I break a leg, I'm fine. I can sit at the chair and still, as long as I can type, I'm good. But but that it's it is, and again, all pieces of it are a mental thing, and that's kind of like a couple times yesterday afternoon when I was doing that. When I started to go fast, I noticed, and probably smart thinking too. I was getting lower on the board. I was like, just in case I should go, I'm going to get myself lower to the ground. not that's what it is. And like I said, I'm getting there, and I'd like to get out more, and I think once I get more confidence and stop and get out of my own head with the fact that think that people are watching me or whatever because my my little walkway's not cutting it anymore. I keep getting stuck, because of the bricks and whatever. But once I get confident enough to go out on the sidewalk or whatever and know how not necessarily ollie, but able to get up over the little pitfalls and perils, and I'll get more riding in, because I'm there. I'd have to agree, like I enjoy getting out there and just, when I was picking up speed and staying on the board and turn, I was like, this is fun. It's very freeing and everything. I'm not trying to go out there and be Tony Hawk. Would I like to get to a point where I can do some tricks? Sure. Nothing, nothing too crazy, but a nice ollie would be nice. Maybe to get up on something and grind it, that'd be fine. Um, so Scott's back with us now. So Scott, I'd asked a
Hopefully.
question when you froze. Did you get a chance to go out today at all, or
No, no, I hadn't had a chance today. Hopefully tomorrow we'll see. Just it was not in the cards today. I felt like shit earlier, so we went grocery shopping, and by the time I got home, I had to go lay in bed for a few hours.
I hope you can get out there, and hopefully I can get out there tomorrow as
Yeah,
well.
I got to build my
For a little bit.
confidence back up for sure. I the second day I had the board, I took a massive tumble that my shoulder is still fucked up from. So
That's what I was going to ask because I remember you had said that, but I was going to ask how often you've been out since then, or if you've been out since
I
then.
was out a few times after that. It wasn't as long, and I definitely didn't go as fast, and I was being a real pansy because I, lost. I built up so much. I was having the thing that really sucked is like it was my second time, and I was doing so well, and then I was literally on my way home. I was feet away from my house and got launched, just completely. Board went stopped, and I went flying off the thing right onto my left shoulder, right in the middle of the road, and just slammed down. I'm lucky I didn't break it. It felt like I did, but it still like got a little lump here, and still can't really do as much with it as I used to. Uh, oh, oh, that's good. That's good. Hmm. Yeah, any faster, I probably would have broken it. So I'm glad I wasn't going too fast. Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, it's the same with
And
snowboarding for me.
I've never snowboarded, but I mean, I might as well try that at some point. Why not?
Yeah, do it.
Well, I did the one person I follow on Instagram. His Instagram is Mister Dad. Some numbers, but he's a skater, and he
That
must have got a
famous guy,
little lot.
Mr. Dad.
Mister Dad. He got a lot of snow, and he took an whole board, and he was just going down his like driveway with it. I was like, brilliant. Take the trucks on. There you go. You got a little snowboard. Um,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
It does sound fun. I wanna try that now. Oh, nice.
It is. I'm glad I took the plunge and did purchase one. Um, and I'm already thinking about my
Yeah, I'm gonna need new wheels on my thing. I'm bored. I'm a sick
uh,
ride. Okay, I'm gonna definitely look into that. When I get my stimmy, I'm gonna go buy me some wheels.
there you go.
Yeah, I've been checking. Get that stimmy. Bitch better have my stimmy. Give me anyway.
So we're we're
Did we talk I don't know if it got cut off. Did we talk about the album a day thing?
no, we were just going over our skating. We've howdy sides this year. We've been
Yeah.
consistent with that. Well, some of us.
So
We've
Brandon
skated.
introduced to us this website that randomly generates albums daily from the 1001 albums you need to hear before you die. And that one, and I think it's the most recent edition from what I looked on like Reddit and whatnot. And I think that's from
I think so.
2017 is the latest, 2018, something like that.
I think
So I
so
think
because
it's that.
the most recent edition has the David Bowie album that we already
Yeah,
listened
Black
to
Star.
as the
Yeah.
last album.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. So I think so, yeah. So what we've been doing is we've been discussing it. We get, we go to the website every day. You can rate the album if you want. I have been most of the time. And yeah, I just I at first I was writing reviews like a sentence or two, and then I've been getting lazy and just hitting the stars and calling it good. But yeah. And it
Yeah,
started out as everything else. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say I'll still go to the website, and like I probably will when we get off here, just because it's a new day.
Tell
But
us what
I'd
our
save the
album is right now.
picture because there you go. Because I've been posting every day the album cover just to try and keep my Instagram just going. That's another thing I've been personally trying just to at least post
Mm,
one
yeah.
post a day, and sharing the album covers.
It was like the 6th or something, so it wasn't that
Yeah, it
far, or
wasn't too far.
I've
Uh, Go ahead,
go
Scott.
ahead. Oh, okay. I've actually really been enjoying it, even though I'd say probably about 80% of the time it hasn't been my cup of tea. It's just been more along the lines of listening to something that isn't the same old shit. Because, what happens with me is I hit a lull and I get sick of listening to anything, and then I just don't listen to music at all for days on end. So I'd rather yeah, that besides when I jog, sometimes I just, like, get sick of same old shit, so I just listen to podcasts and that's it. So or sometimes I'll get real wild and crazy and listen to an audiobook or something, but, um so this has actually been keeping me consistently listening to music every day, which is something that I've been wanting to do more and more as it is. So, yeah, and I track that stuff using that last.fm website too, and I've been checking on that, and I've been trying to see if I can get more scrobbles than the year before. That's what they call it when you listen to a song as a scrobble. It's a ridiculous name, but so I've been checking that out a lot, and I'm already like a fourth of the way towards my scrobbles from last year, so that's pretty good. Being March, and that's fourth of the year, fourth of the way through the year. So I guess it kind of tracks to be on track. So I got to speed it up a little bit, but yeah. Anyway, yeah, I've really enjoyed doing this, despite some of it's just not what. But we got to push ourselves to listen other shit than the same thing too. When this is like the best way to do it, and it's definitely been getting me into other genres to just kind of try out as well. So,
Yeah, no,
and I think we're the
I
only
agree
three
with
who's still doing it, right? Everyone else kind of gave up. Well, I think it's stuff that he's already heard though, right? Like it's stuff he knows. It's not like, "Oh, I've never heard this. I'm going to listen to it." Yeah. Mhm.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
I like it because it's been, like Scott said, it's something new every day, and
Mhm.
it's it put me on to stuff that I typically wouldn't go out of my way to listen to.
Mhm.
There've been a lot of artists on there that I've recognized by name, but maybe not knowing, or maybe one song, if that, or maybe hearing a song and be like, oh,
I
that's
don't know what this is,
them,
but here's a new one.
and then Zombie.
Mhm. I don't know what this album is at all. Sorry, go ahead, Smoothie.
Well, it's going to be a completely good one for tomorrow. Or for today rather. But
Mhm.
it's been good, and I've liked a lot of the stuff I've heard. There's been some stuff that I've scratched my head and said why. But I think
What
part of that,
one gave you that the most, you think? What one really made you go, "What the fuck is this doing in this list?" I could think of at least one.
um, hold on, I'm going in my Instagram right now just to
Sure.
look at the covers
Okay, the easier question, which one was one of your favorites, if not your favorite, you think?
of stuff that I didn't know.
Well, I mean, in general, probably more of what you didn't know, but yeah.
To be honest, I've liked a lot of this stuff, like the older like blues and
Mhm.
um more soul. Like there's the one um female singer from back in the '60s. There was that
Nina
one blues
Simone?
piano player, Muddy Water, like that. That's all been good stuff.
Mhm.
But the one, what was the one?
I could probably
It
help
was
you
like
with the one that is like,
um,
"What the fuck?" Is the
it
airport
was like
one. The ambient airport piano.
this.
I that one stuck out to me to be like, I don't know if this is I mean, it's music, but does it constitute as something that someone would actually sit down and listen to instead of just being literally what it is called is airport music for the background.
That was one of them, and yeah, there was the one that one, the one that was just recent that was like two
Oh,
hours
yeah.
long, and it didn't,
That,
that,
mhm, it's a live album.
but it was good music. There was one that was 2 hours long, and I didn't like very much. It was just like last week. But I
It
forget
was
which one it
like
was.
yeah, I know what one it was. It was like that, it was techno, but it was weird techno.
That's it.
It it
I can't think of
there was times where I enjoyed it, but it took when, like, it actually, like, got into, like, what techno normally sounds like, it actually sounded really good to me, but then the in between parts, it's like, "Alright, can we get back to the good part, please?"
and I think a lot of that too with these albums, it's, I think that's where the context needs to come into play and
Yep.
reading the book and just seeing what criteria they're and again, this is somebody's opinion. This isn't like
Sure.
a
I
compilation
Googled
of
it
people's
once, let me
thoughts.
Google it again.
But so you're still gonna find hit or misses on their opinions. Um, but just to have an idea what their grade and what they think makes this as such a standout album.
Mhm.
There's certain ones like the Johnny Cash one. You know why that's a
Yeah.
standout album. Considering where he was recording that particular album, and I listened. I don't know about you guys. I listened to the full. There's like the expanded one with all like the opening acts and whatever. I listened to that one. It was just more enjoyable. But just hearing them, almost pretty much calling them to riot in the prison against I was like, that's wouldn't
Yeah.
happen today. Not a chance in the world. But it was good hearing that. Um, but I did learn today's a friend of mine on Instagram. He commented. He said Hawkwind had Hawkwind, who was the band today, not fired their bass player, there would have never been a Motorhead.
Nope, no
So
Motorhead.
I'd like to.
Lemmy was in that.
So that's interesting. Like I wouldn't have made that. I wouldn't.
Mhm. I don't remember which one that was. Hmm.
Wait, who was that? Which?
Jam. Trying to remember which one that one is.
I think I just passed it. No, I would like to listen to more of the um. Oh, who was it? The Dictators. I enjoyed them. Um,
Really?
really.
I really like that one. Besides the skits. Yeah. I've never liked that in rap though. It's like a 90s staple. Mm, mm.
Did we lose everybody? Oh, there we go. Everybody kind of froze
Yeah.
there for a second.
Nope.
Um, so you didn't. That's weird that you didn't like the
This-
Fugees. That's
Yeah, I enjoyed that one quite a bit. I didn't really like Wyclef Jean on that though. I don't think I've ever really liked him to begin with, but some of his stuff on there I was like, stop it. Just stop it, man. My favorite, I think,
I,
was probably Illmatic. I never listened to that by Nas. That was one of my favorite. I loved it. I actually that day was listening to Nas pretty much nonstop. I think Nas stopped. I listened to like 2 or 3 more of his albums after that, and they're all really fucking good.
it's definitely it's
So,
a classic album, and that's why
mhm,
during the time when Jay Z was beefing with him, that's he said that was your one at the time your one album
yeah,
to shine, and it was a groundbreaking album. But I
mhm,
don't know if I mentioned that during the Discord chat that day, but I never got into it back then at that time because I was more even being on the East Coast, I was more into the West Coast because that was West Coast at that time period was bigger
G-Funk.
um with the G yeah, exactly
Mhm,
with Snoop and all those groups out there. So it was I was always more into that and that's what you would see get more play. Um but the East when once Jay Z started to become more prominent and Nas got more bigger, then it was more a balance to the East Coast and everything. So it's more appreciated more East Coast later on
Mhm.
in my career as there because I mean obviously Bones, Ohio.
Yeah, they're
Shout out to
Midwest.
Ohio.
Yeah. Was there
Um,
anything that you had heard before that listening to this time around, maybe w you had a different opinion on that came up? I don't know if there was only one that I really had that with, but that was "Follow the Leader" by Korn. That album sucks. I like "Freak on a Leash" and that is it. The rest of that album sucked. I couldn't believe that I liked it.
no, I can't think say that there was anything that
Yeah, I gotta go on your Instagram.
no,
Yeah.
for
So
me
oh, go ahead.
not the not hold on not the album necessarily but Downward Spiral.
Mm.
Um, I still appreciate it, but the one just because of where I'm at now with my beliefs and everything, the one song, what
You didn't
song
like
was it? And
Heresy.
I didn't like Heresy at all. I shouldn't say
It's the
I didn't like
best
the
song on the
lyrics.
album. Yeah.
I
The sound is
I,
great, man. It's my favorite
I couldn't
song of Nine Inch Nails, I think.
I couldn't make it through. I couldn't make it through the whole song. Um,
Yeah. He hated it. He hated it front to back. I f I feel like it, yeah. Yeah, that's how he is, yeah, yeah. We're all just there like, "Yeah!" True, true. Yeah,
it's yeah, it's definitely the time definitely does it, but like I said, I said there with that album in particular, I wouldn't have gotten into them if it wasn't for Beavis and Butthead. So
that's
shout out to
right.
Beavis and Butthead.
I forgot about that.
It's yeah,
Pretty Hate
it's
Machine, right, that you were into? Pretty Hate Machine?
that yeah, that was the first. I mean, the I bought that or won that tape from one of the boardwalk games, um, down the shore, but probably because of people I went to school with. So like I had a diverse crowd of friends. I primarily was always hip hop, but I had a friend who, well, at that time was a skateboarder as well. Would have been the opportune time for me to learn from him, because he also was into like not BMX riding, but he was like the trick type of bike riding as well. But he had like his own band and everything, and then he kind of introduced me to that kind of stuff. Like I forget what one of our dances at school, probably like freshman year or whatever. His band played, but they covered "Bullet in Your Head." By,
Mm,
they did Rage Against the Machine. That was the first time I
yeah.
heard Rage Against the Machine, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna listen to that." And I think they might have done Nine Inch Nails. They might have did what's the song on Pretty Hate Machine? I can't think of it. The
Had
big
like a
one.
hole?
Yes, thank you. They did that as well, and that's how I was like, "Oh, let me go find these." I was like, "Oh, this is good," and then I
Mhm.
would listen to it from there. Um,
Yeah,
so, and
that
then like I
album
said,
rocks too.
I got reintroduced to it, or maybe I'm mixing the two up. Maybe it was because I saw March of the Pigs on Beavis and Butthead, and then went back and listened to Pretty Hate Machine because I'm always like that. Still to this day, when I hear something that's later on, I want to go back and hear listen to it from the beginning and kind of hear the progression.
Mhm. No, downward spiral for me, for sure. So if you the Wikipedia doesn't really give the best reason for selection. I'm assuming this is pulled from the book. It says in the book's introduction, well, that answers that question. General editor Robert Dimery notes that the selections were also intended to bring attention to gifted songwriters. The release dates are chosen from the date the album first released, the artist's home country, and the version is the first one released. And they also need to be, they wanted to ensure each album was still available for purchase. So that does still doesn't really tell me why they
No,
chose anything. They're gifted
I'd have to.
songwriters, but I could definitely argue against some of that.
I definitely would have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
No,
Yeah, I just put
there
it
you
on
know,
in the background and played video games, so
there's only one that I haven't fully. I still have to finish listening to, which will probably be Monday morning. Today's album, just because it was longer. And usually
Mhm.
when I'm working, I have a chance to sit and listen to a whole album front to back. But the Grape Jam or whatever one that wasn't on Spotify, it was
Oh,
early
yeah,
on.
the one
It
you
was
had to listen to it on YouTube? I skipped that
yeah,
one
I
too.
didn't.
I didn't bother with that, and the
Well,
only other one I think I skipped was also Moby. I just don't I don't remember why. It wasn't because I
I
purposely omitted it, I just think that throughout the day, I didn't remember to listen to it, or I didn't have the opportunity to sit down and really listen to something that
think that
day,
was last.
so yeah, that
I
was, like,
think that
last
was last
Saturday
weekend.
probably. Yeah, and I
Yeah, and I
think,
did
there
listen
was
to
a
that
day I couldn't do it.
on Monday morning.
No, same. Hmm,
Yeah.
yeah.
If I don't get a chance to finish them on the weekend, um, I will listen to them on Monday, and I do listen to the Moby one, and
Mm.
of course the one on Spotify had like the B sides too, but I stopped at whatever the last song.
I go to the when that sorry. Mhm. So do I. So in order to sometimes in Spotify, I find that the only version that they advertise, at least on my Android app, is only a deluxe version. So what I find I have to do is I have to go to the website, click their Spotify link because they link only the regular release in the website. So you have to kind of do a workaround there to get to that, and I've done that before. I'll probably have to continue. It just goes to the album that it links in the app, it links the just regular album, but for whatever reason in when I search it, it's not there. I don't know why. It's weird like that, but, uh, the website
Not all the
only
time.
the for the generator website only links the regular one, so there must be somewhere that you can find it. I just don't know how they do it on their end. Maybe it's on the desktop app or
Yeah,
something.
no, I think if it's available, they'll link the normal one.
Yeah,
Because I
they
forget what
do.
one early on. I knew if I searched it when I searched it
Mhm.
in the list, if I selected the one that showed up, that was the right one. But if I went into their discography, it was the deluxe version.
Yeah.
So it's depends on where they're listing the correct one.
Yeah,
But
Spotify is weird like that.
if there's not the other one available, then I guess you're just stuck with the deluxe version. And in that case, what I do is I'll go to Wikipedia and see what the
Mhm.
original track list was and cut it off
Stop where the bonus tracks
before,
are. That's what I do.
unless
Unless I really
unless
like
it's a
it, and
good
then
album.
I'll just keep going.
Yeah,
Yeah. But, usually I just wanna hear, like, the full experience of what that album is, and that's it. Mhm. Brings it together, yeah, for a reason, yeah.
the demo versions.
Yeah, so one of these days I'll buy the book and we can have maybe an actual reason why some of these things are chosen. Maybe it has that. But until then, we're just gonna keep wondering. It is. And we're creating our own now. Mhm. Which my argument is you're not doing this one now. Are you going to do this one next time if we start that one? Because you're gonna have I promise you a lot of my choices are gonna be hated. By all of you. Yeah. Yeah. Mhm. You won't. Yeah. Well, here's my other argument against starting right away. We we don't have 365 albums to do that with, so how are we gonna start? That's my like, if we could all get if we could all get together and put 365 albums together in that spreadsheet, I'll get it. I'll try and get it all going. I would do both. I'd listen to one album here and do one album from the generator. I feel like no one I don't know. And I'm okay with waiting too because we have I would rather everyone put as much time and effort into thinking about. So what we're going to do, I don't know if we really got to this yet. What we're going to do, I created a spreadsheet and I divided it amongst it's us three, Dave, Aaron, Taggart,
Kyle.
and your two boys, and Kyle, and Tyler and Lane. I think that's it, right? So all of them, we're going to try and well, we are going to get our what we would think should be part of our albums that everyone should listen to or that we listen to like religiously and love deep down so that this would be like our edition, but we're not doing 1001 because I don't think that's even humanly possible between all of us. um we're doing a straight year 365, so one album a day just like we're doing now, but only 365. I want to create a website that basically mirrors this generator's website that'll give us a random one, maybe even if I can figure out how, make sure that has a link to Spotify in it. If not, you can find it yourself every day. Um, and then that'll be our album for the day. We'll all get the same album every day. It'll be one of ours that one of us chose from that spreadsheet, and we'll and it'll be our own version of this that we've been doing every day. Yeah, so we all have different tastes for the most part,
Yeah,
for sure. I'm loving this, even though, like I said, not everything has been hitting me all that hard. I still love this.
no, that
This was a great idea.
And now my question is this covering all 1001 albums though? Is this longer than a year or is this
We
gonna
can
end
keep going. I
after?
don't give a fuck. We could keep doing this until we're done, as far as I'm concerned. Until that website just decides it's done, or we end up with we finally get to a point where we've got a repeat, um, then we'll be done with it. But I'll keep doing
Uh,
it even after. Well, I'll
yeah,
do
no,
both next year if that's what we're doing. But
yeah, no, I definitely like it. It's definitely been something to keep
I'll
new,
keep the
fresh music
conversation going
coming in.
too. Yeah, have something
And this is
different to
some
talk about every day, which is also really nice. Because half the time
right.
I'm thinking to myself, "Is like, I have nothing to contribute because I do the same fucking thing day in, day out." Mhm. Or the name or yeah.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
been a it's at least in my opinion, it's covered a lot of checklists for us for things we always try. Because I know a couple times even on in season 1 of the Unknown Podcast, we talked about, list and like Brandon last year, you had your playlist every I don't know if you did you make it the whole year? I forget if you made it the whole year,
I did.
so you made that. But we always talk about these things that we wanna do something every this kinda knocks that checklist off there, that checklist item. We're listening to a new album a day.
Mhm.
Um, for me, like I said, my Instagram, I'm posting the album cover and, sharing the album that day, so it has me at least making one post a day on
Mhm.
Instagram.
Yeah. Yeah. Our Discord, yeah.
We're not gonna mention the accountant thread though, that's all. Just gonna mention that's the only
No,
mention
don't
I'm
you
gonna
do
mention the
that.
accounting thread.
Don't open wounds, Smoothie. How dare you? Alright, I'm going. I
There you
haven't
go.
done it in, like, a month. I'll do it now.
But,
There you go. Pretty much. It has. No, we'll do the playlist next week.
we can go
Well,
over I
this
mean,
was,
we can
this got to
we wrapping I thought we go over the playlist real quick. It doesn't have to be an in-depth dive.
well,
In
one of us,
depth.
only contributed probably, like, what, 2 hours ago and didn't listen to it, so someone pulled the smoothie this week. We'll we'll table it. It'll be the same playlist next week, so we have a week, or we have a week to yeah, well, no, I hope we don't do that again. We
No.
we were gonna do late night toast, but I said I don't wanna do it unless we had a plan, and that never works, so now we're back to Unknown Podcast, even though I still am not a fan of the name. But the
I
format
still
works
love the
for
name.
us. I don't know why. Yeah. We gotta
No,
you inspired me to bring it back because the other day you were 4 years when you recorded, Howdy Howdy Radio: The Next Generation. I was like, "Shit, we gotta do another Unknown just so we can say that we've been going since 2018." Even though we haven't done it we killed it. We literally did a final episode in, like, February of last year. But that was for season 1. That was the finale. Season 2.
hey,
And this will be on a
or we
completely
also
different feed because, well, other things that happened. The website is dead.
or we can say we're not sorry that we tricked you.
We're not sorry that we tricked
We're
you.
back.
Unknown Podcast 2.0 back. We back, baby. Only because we don't know how else to podcast other than just kind of jumping in a room and talking into a microphone.
I think that works, and I think for what it was a good show tonight, and it'll be more structured, I think, moving forward. But I think it was important that
Yeah,
that we did it.
we totally
We did.
structured the shit out of this.
We did.
Uh,
I know you like your theme, Scott, like a kind of over all
it just
theme to the show.
helps.
We could definitely moving forward, but I think the important part was actually getting in and doing it. We've
Yep.
talked about this a couple times.
Yep.
Or
So yeah, just my only real thing plan is like everyone just bring one topic that you want to talk about. Just post it, post it throughout the week in our little chat, and we'll so that we kind of know what we're talking about on our end when you're talking about it. Talk, 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 and that's it. And the playlist.
and the playlist.
Despite Smoothie's reservations, we are still doing the fucking playlist from here on out.
Hey, as long as it's 6 songs for
We'll
us
do six
three,
songs.
or if we have a guest that week and they want to contribute, I don't want to go through
We
900
can
people's
force
songs.
them to only do one song if you want. So it's 7.
Well, they can do two, but
Okay.
let's keep it reasonable.
Yeah, well, because people that weren't on were contributing 3 songs, get an hour long playlist, and then Smoothie just and
Yes.
2 or 3. But there was like 5 of us contributing, so it ended up being like an album length. Yeah. Anyway, that's
Well, that's
that's the unknown pod. Hopefully next time my
wow.
internet isn't shit.
Season 2 in the book.
Season
In the
2,
book.
episode 1, coming at
Do
you.
we
We'll be here next
do we do
week or the week after or whatever. Hmm. Or like
There we go.
Friday we do the title and then Saturday we do a pod. If we can, this is all if we can do it. That's all.
Let's just say we still have a lot of weeks left in the year, so we will
We
not
got to keep
disappoint you.
the pod moving.
We got to do
We got
that.
to catch up to howdy radio numbers.
We'll, I
Yeah.
think I can. I
Bring
feel
it.
confident. I
All
feel
right.
confident. We definitely. There you go. You get on that, B. You
Smoothie,
make it.
draw it.
I'll draw it.
Draw
B
it
will get it.
sitting on your toilet or something. I don't know. You got
There we go.
yeah. Still a Game Boy Advance. Oh, OG Game
Nice.
Boy too. Nice. Very cool.
Now you doing that? Are you doing that on a ROM emulator, or did you go and get on your DS or?
Nice.
That's why.
Nice.
That's why I got that. If you could see it over there, over my shoulder, you see my 3DS
Record.
there. That's
Oh,
charge and waiting for what's next
I
to it.
don't see it.
That shiny thing on the for when I have to get the Game Boy um Zelda games and stuff, or whatever I can play on there too. So getting that ready. It should be. It should
Oh,
be. But
now it's time for the rant. Where get the rant going, Smoothie, about the Switch not having all the backwards. That was part of it. No, it's more the controller not having. Anyway, we're not going back into
it, it was the
that.
controller not.
None of it made any fucking sense. So
It made absolutely. I stand by that. It made sense.
okay,
It made sense.
It was
You
a
just had to get
fucking glorious moment.
you just had to go through a half a bottle of Fireball, and you would have saw the sense that it made. 'Cause it made complete sense.
Your third eye was just opening with flames around it.
Maybe I'll go back and clip that out, like, I still have to post live the, Sinatra Was a Juggalo clip, um, because that was epic as
All
well.
right. Yeah. Anyway, next week we'll be here, hopefully. Um, thanks for joining me, fellas. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching if you're watching. I don't know if anyone is. I highly doubt it. But yeah, Unknown Pod 2.0. Eat our shit. Stay smooth.
Alright.